There is a story in the National Football League, and I'm not just talking about Taylor Swift finally showing up for Kelsey in Arrowhead. I'm not just going to say any of that stuff. There is a story in the National Football League through 3 weeks, and they are the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
They have shown up in 2023 in breathtaking fashion when we are talking about Aaron Rodgers and the Jets all the way up until his fourth snap of the 2023 season, and the Buffalo Bills and the, Kansas City Chiefs defending their title, and how deep the AFC West is, and the AFC North, and Lamar Jackson getting his contract. And then, of course, we all know Joe Burrow getting his contract. And the rookie quarterbacks, 2 of them showing up in the AFC South. That's all we're talking about in this non-playing season. And the entire time, Mike McDaniel was in the lab being a mad scientist. And this team coming out of the gates and just hitting everyone in the mouth in a way that proves very difficult to stop. Very difficult to stop and defend. And all they got to do is basically hold you to 4 touchdowns maybe, and they're going to win. If they hold you to 3 touchdowns, look out. And if you can't put more than 2 touchdowns together against the Miami Dolphins, you are going to lose, and you're going to go down hard. And they are just scheming like crazy, and they are just putting points up like crazy, and they scored 70.
How many?
On the Denver Broncos yesterday. They put a 70-burger on Denver. The first 70-point game we have seen since 1966.
Jeez.
Last time we saw a 60-point game in this league is in 2011 when the Indianapolis Colts were in the middle of their Payton-less season, and a coach named Sean Payton put it on the Colts with the New Orleans Saints, and Sean Payton was on the business end of this one on Sunday, and boy, howdy was he. 726 yards of offense. Do not adjust your set. And they've got some professionals on that defensive side of the ball. Patrick Surtain's kid is one of the best in the business. And the Broncos defense was supposed to take care of Tyreek Hill because that's what they've done habitually over the last 4 times they faced him, going back to his days in Kansas City. And they did hold him to just only 150 some odd yards and a touchdown without defending him on the first series of the game. Devin Achane. We're sitting here in the summer talking about how the Dolphins needed Dalvin Cook. And they're apparently saying, we got this kid we just drafted, Devin Achane, and then he didn't answer the bell with his I guess, soft tissue intact, and then they unwrapped him yesterday. He had yet to score a touchdown in the league, and then he scored 4 of them. He had 233 yards from scrimmage on Sunday. What does that mean for a rookie?
Is that a lot?
It means a lot. And as a matter of fact, he did it on just 22 touches. Only 2 other rookies have had 200 or more scrimmage yards and 4 touchdowns on fewer than 25 touches since 1950. They are named Clinton Portis.
Oh.
And a guy who's in the Hall of Fame named Gale Sayers. So they added Gale Sayers to the mix. And Raheem Mostert, who ran all over the Patriots on Sunday night, had 4 touchdowns of his own. Again, the yards of offense that I mentioned, 726, were split thusly. 376 in the air, 350 on the ground. They damn near split it in half. And Mike McDaniel turned down 3 more at the end of the game and took a knee because he said they're not there to run up the score, essentially.
After scoring 70.
But if you watch the game,
no, I know.
The Broncos kept making mistakes. Yeah. Cortland Sutton put it on the ground a couple of times.
It's just funny to hear that we didn't run up the score and they scored 70.
The 70 points the Dolphins scored yesterday, more than 15 NFL teams have had through their first 3 games in 2023. 15 teams. And if the Bucs don't score 23 tonight and the Rams don't score 17 tonight and the Eagles don't score 11 tonight and the Bengals don't score 43 tonight, they'll be added to that mix too. 3-0 in back-to-back seasons for the first time in Miami since they did it 3 straight seasons in a row in the mid-90s. Mike friggin' McDaniel, one of the most self-aware dudes that are out there, is taking notes on how you play defense and knows how to attack you and then just keep attacking you. What is the most remarkable phrase of the day from yesterday? They went over 70 points when Mike White hit Robbie Chosen for a touchdown. Those are words that are factual. And
Can't help but laugh.
And dude, I could go on and on and on. How about this? Tua Tagovailoa. He was 23 of 26 for 309 yards. Started the game by hitting 17 straight passes. He's now beaten 10 Super Bowl winning head coaches in a row. And yeah, Salty Tua is showing up not for himself. Salty Tua is showing up for his teammates as the Dolphins are 3-0 right now in the AFC. The only such team in the AFC, the supposed deepest end of the NFL pool, has Miami emerging as the only undefeated team through 3 weeks. And Tua had this to say about the fact that he is staying clean in the pocket, which, as we all know, is the most important thing. As I said last week, the 4 words that describe the Miami Dolphins' chances to win the Super Bowl this season are, if Tua stays healthy. This is what Tua had to say after waxing the Broncos by 50.
I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
Salty Tua.
You were pretty clean today, had 0 rushes. Was there an effort to stay away from the run for you and avoiding any hits?
I would say with what we had installed this week with our plays, I mean, our plays allow me to be able to find the open read quick and distribute the ball. You know, it throws off the timing of the rushers, and it also helps our guys up front. But like that's just also a tremendous effort from our guys up front. You know, being sacked really only once in 3 games. And everyone's been saying we need this on our O-line, we need that on our O-line, we need better this, we need better that. Like, that's just a big middle finger to everyone that's been saying that from our O-line. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's number 1, all right.
Wow.
Tua Tagovailoa. Next up for them are the Buffalo Bills. Oh, baby.
Game of the week.
Because the Bills looked fantastic in Washington on Sunday. And then at Philadelphia, the matchup between the quarterback who won the national championship and then the quarterback who was benched in the national championship and then had to go elsewhere to make a Super Bowl before Tua. And the Dolphins and the Eagles are going to be lit because who has a better shot of keeping Tua off the field than a team that can run like Philadelphia and maybe control the line of scrimmage? And then week 9, I can't wait.
You're calling that,
to
right?
call that
Oh
game
my gosh,
in Frankfurt, Germany on NFL Network. I will be at the microphone right now. Susie and I are lighting candles in our house for the health of everybody. I don't know if Taylor Swift is got a gig in Germany on that weekend, but this is going to be lit, as the kids say, over the next month and a half, because the Dolphins have shown up in a way that I think defensive coordinators are going to be spinning their wheels to try and keep up with. Rod Woodson always says, he told this to me one of the first weeks I got to work with him. He said that the most adaptive creature on the planet is a National Football League defense. They keep adapting. They keep looking at what you're doing and adapt to it. This team, however, is really tough because one last thing to say about trying to adapt to this team. Repeating, they scored 70. They put up 726 yards of offense. They had not one but 2 running backs score 4 touchdowns in the same game. They are fast. Field Yates put this one up on Twitter today. You take a look at their next-gen stats in a game this season. The The top 6 fastest speed ball carriers in the league are all Dolphins. Tyreek Hill's on the list 3 times, including yesterday. A-Chain's now on the list twice from yesterday. And Raheem Mostert, I'm assuming that touchdown he ran in on the Patriots is sitting there. They are fast. Mm-hmm. And they did all of this on Sunday without their 1,000-yard receiver, Jalen Waddle, playing. And he could be the number 1 receiver on maybe half the teams in the league. They did it without Waddle. They weren't even full strength. In this any given Sunday or Monday or country, because they're going to Germany, league, anything can happen. I get it. And they are one snap away from this maybe changing. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.